Good morning, everybody. My name is Rhonda. If you're just popping on, I'm a Sipologist with Sipology by Steep Tea. And today I thought I would do a few matcha demos. A lot of people just don't know how to prepare matcha. And I'm going to show you, three different ways, easy ways to do that. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments and I'm happy to answer them for you. Okay, so Sipology has a few different ways that you can make your lattes. So the first way, I'm just looking what I'm going to do. First way, I'm going to use the latte mix. So we have latte mixes, but I'm going to put a matcha topper on it. So I'm going to make my husband's favorite, the London Mist Latte, and I'm going to top it with a sweet Earl Grey matcha. Just to backtrack a little bit, I love matcha, and the reason why I love matcha is because it is so healthy for us. If you do some research, there's tons of information online about the health benefits of matcha, and it's well documented over the years. It's been around for about 2,000 years in Asia. It's packed with antioxidants and disease-fighting properties. So basically, having 1/2 a teaspoon, one serving of our matcha equals 60 cups of spinach, the amount of antioxidants that are in 60 cups of spinach. It's amazing. I love that it gives sustained energy. I used to be addicted to coffee. I would drink like a pot or more sometimes a day, and I would constantly be up and down, up and down. I'm also a shift worker, so I needed some energy, right? And so it was really hard as a nurse to go without the coffee, so I became addicted. Well, anyways, I was getting really jitters and always either energetic or exhausted. And so I wanted to switch and get rid of coffee, but matcha, what I love about it is it gives you a gradual increase over an hour. And then it peaks after that hour, and then it gives you energy for 4 to 6 hours, gradually coming down. So you don't get the highs and lows and the jitters that you get from coffee, but you do get some great sustained energy for a long period of time. So I drink matcha 2 to 3 times a day. I drink it twice for sure, and then if I'm going to be staying up late at night, I might have one in the evening before I go out. But I also love that it helps with stabilized mood. So you have it's a nice calming effect you get from matcha, as well a lot of alertness. Like I suffer from, I'm self-diagnosing, but I believe I have ADD. And so I've always had a focus issue. And so this has really helped me keep focus, and a world of difference, I just have to say. But anyways, I won't keep talking about that. I love it. I challenge you to look that up yourself as well. Okay, so for our latte mixes, they're a powder. It's not like making a latte with loose leaf teas, which you can also. It's a powder. I'll show you. See that? So what we do recommend is you steeping them in our biodegradable steeping sacks. Just because the powder will not get through the steeping sack. And so, and you can just throw these out after. They do recommend just steeping these for 30 seconds, but really I steep them for 2 minutes because I feel like they need just a little bit more time, and they don't get bitter if you wait for 2 minutes. So I'm not sure why they say 30 seconds, because I do think. So this is a bigger cup, so I'm adding 2 servings. I'm adding 3 teaspoons of the latte mix, just because it's a bigger double bubble cup. Okay, so I'm going to take my Prism pot. This Prism pot's amazing, you guys. It's really classy to be left on the stove. You can put it on gas and electric stoves. It does come with an infuser that I don't have in here right now, but it just pops in the top. And I love it. It's also great because it's kind of compact base, and so you can easily put that in the fridge if you want to cold steep something too. But very nice. I always am lacking storage in my kitchen. I don't know about you, but I love that I can just leave it out and I don't waste cupboard space. Okay, so I have that, while I have that steeping, I'm gonna make the froth. So I love our milk frother. If you've watched the episode before, I did show you guys how to create a latte with that, but if you didn't watch this is so easy. You put milk in, or milk substitute 2 to 3 finger lengths from the bottom. And this is a smaller bag of matcha. This is from our matcha subscription. I have to say, I love this matcha subscription. You get 6 25-gram bags of matcha every 3 months. And so I love it because you don't have to pay shipping and you get a variety of flavors instead of like our normal bags. Our 100-gram bags, this is 80 to 100 servings. So this is our regular matchas are 100 servings and our sweet matchas are 80 to 100 servings. And so instead of getting just one flavor that you just have every day, I love that you can try a few different ones and get your favorites. I also like to whisk my matcha with our little whisk. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm kind of making a mess here, but that's okay. It just easily spins, and you don't want clumps of matcha because that's where you get the grass seed. So I just whisk that. You can use a fork or a regular whisk as well. So I'm gonna pump it about 30-ish times. And like I said, you can have, I did a post earlier and you can see the different, what the different types of milk looks like when it's froth, but these frothers are way better than the electric frothers that they just give you a little tiny bit of froth. These give tons of froth. I love it. So how are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments how you doing. If you have any questions, what you're liking, what you might be interested in, I'd be happy to talk to you about it. And give recommendations if you want any kind of recommendations. I can do that. Sometimes it's hard. There's so much selection. That's hard to know what to try. All right. So this is almost done. Okay, so this is probably done. This is quite hot, so I'm just going to squeeze the contents from the side. Okay, and then I'm going to top this up with some broth. And we have these toppers, and these are made with a superfood lucuma powder. We have their taste toppers. There's salted caramel. We have pink lavender. I was surprised how much I love this pink lavender. And chocolate burst. And these are great for topping your lattes, or also I use them in baking and I top them with baking. I also like sometimes if I have like an unsweetened matcha or a tea, but I need a little bit of sweetness. Instead, I sometimes just put it in the tea as well because it's a superfood. They taste delicious. And who doesn't need more superfoods in your diet? If you look up lucuma powder, and I believe, is there dates in there? Let me see. It's made with fruit banana powder, lucuma powder, sugar, organic cane sugar, just a little bit, hibiscus powder, lavender, lemon peel, vanilla bean, natural flavor in this one. But yeah, so lucuma powder, look up the health benefits, tons. Let me try. Look at that. Excuse me. Look at that latte. It's delicious. Oh, I love London fogs and London mists. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. Let my husband have that. Okay, and so let me see here. Another way, so you can have your matcha either hot or cold. And so you can just put, I could just put this matcha into a cup and whisk it with 1 cup of water, 3/4 to 1 cup of water, and then just drink it hot. You don't need to have a latte topper on it. The sweetened and unsweetened matchas are good that way as well. Okay, and then I am going to, we have these fizzy matcha sours as well, and they're not that sour. They taste more like candy, I'd say. So this one tastes like fuzzy peach candies. This is the candied peach. We also have a key lime, and we have a strawberry sour. So you don't want to ever add dairy with this, because normally matcha, you can add dairy to it, or you can add water. And so these, you don't need a whisk. You just need a spoon, and it just goes in your water, and you cold water and ice, and you just stir it around. I mean, you don't have to have ice. I like it better with ice, but this is a really delicious, and it kind of takes the place of pot because it fizzes. I can show you in a minute. And you just don't want to put dairy in it because it will curdle because of bicarbonate. Let me see what I want to do. Okay. So I am going to show you in this glitter cup how these matcha sours work. So I have water in there. You want to make sure it's 3/4 because it is going to fizz. And then just empty that in there. And then I'm just going to take a spoon and I'm just going to stir it around, making sure that there's no clumps left. You don't want to shake it in your big sip because it is fizzy and it can explode a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Enough that it might spit at you. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but it's very frothy. It's about like that in my cup. And then I would just add ice. So refreshing. It's also refreshing as a cocktail if you want to add any kind of alcohol to that. Vodka or something on a nice, oh, now you might be able to see it. Can you see that? Froth? Or fizz, I mean. Not froth, fizz. Okay, now another way you can drink your matcha, we have these big sips. You can also use a protein shaker if you have them at home. It has an agitator on the top, and that's important. It also has measurements, so you can measure your matcha and water. Sorry, I mean. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to make a iced latte. So you can just add water, cold water to this. I like my fruit flavors that way. You could add orange juice and coconut matcha, which tastes exactly like a pina colada in my opinion, or a little bit like an orange Julius. But I'm gonna do a dairy iced matcha. So I'm just gonna put a cup of milk in, and then I'm gonna add 1 scoop of strawberry matcha, the regular, unsweetened, and 1 scoop of the sweet strawberry lemonade. Now this is just a flavor exclusive for our matcha subscription we had, but you can mix and match your flavors, whatever flavor you like. I also like actually having cold iced cookie dough latte, iced lattes, and I add cinnamon matcha on the top, or chocolate matcha on the top, and it's delicious. So I'm gonna shake this, and then I'm gonna add some ice. You just shake it like this, and then you don't have to whisk. Okay, should be done. And then I just add ice. And I'm gonna try it. That's really good. Just tastes like a strawberry drink, almost like the Nesquik strawberry drink, milk drinks that your kids would have. So teenagers would like this. My daughter, actually, she's 16 and she loves the chocolate matchas. She says it tastes like a light chocolate milk, and she just adds it to milk, and that way it's great. She doesn't have as many energy drinks because teenagers love their energy drinks, and doesn't have as much sugar, and it's so good for you. It's with all kinds of nutrients in there. So that is how I take my matcha. You can also, I did a post earlier, you can bake with matcha. I make ice cream and cookies and pancakes. There's so many ways you can add matcha into your diet. And you could add just a little bit for kids if they wanted a little bit. I would just do a half dose for children under 12. Anyways, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Take care.